Hi everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Friday, January 22nd. We are in the final day of the trading week and the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. I say this because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take the control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms who are controlling it in the middle of the day. I consider them to be smart money. They're dealing with the most money, very smart people, best technology, and in my opinion, following what the large financial institutions do into the close is a long-term edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it. Always nice to see everyone. I really look forward to this time of the day and get to hang out with everyone. Everyone has so many good contributions to the podcast, poems and scanners and stocks to look at, and just, good advice and observations. So thank you. And I hope you've had a good trading week this week. So currently, interesting day. The Dow is down 115 points, down 0.37%. The NASDAQ is up 17.73, up 0.13%. And the S&P is down 4.7. So kind of a mixed market. We were down quite a bit larger earlier today. I remember I looked at the futures and I think I saw over 250 down on the Dow. So it looks like it's cut it to about half, which is good. So, all right. Plan for today. First of all, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions. We're going to talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have a couple day trades today, nothing too exciting. One winner, one loser. As you know, I've been a little under the weather, so I didn't quite have it in me to get in and really trade today. But I will show you those. Then we are going to go over and we're going to take a look at your positions, which is going to be fun. I see a lot of green over there and red, but we're going to go through those and take a look and see how everyone's doing there. After that, we're going to take a few minutes, talk about trader psychology, maybe some good trading tips. I kind of don't like that word, trading tips, but good trading words of wisdom, I think, is a better way to put it. And hopefully that segment will be helpful for you. After that, I have gone down through the results. I have gone down through my watch list. I've also gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. And I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a trade. First requirement, need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Number 2, I need to have a good risk to reward based upon strong and solid support below me and based upon strong and likely resistance above me. So if I'm willing to risk $100, I need to be able to make 2 or more based upon the structure of that trade. And then number 3, always take a few minutes, ask yourself, do I really need this trade? Do I really need it? Do I already have other companies, other positions that are in the same industry as this? How much account heat do I have? But I told you this yesterday, but I learned that from Linda Raschke, and she just says, I really ask myself, do I really need this trade? Taking everything into consideration with other positions, correlated positions, and total amount of account heat at risk. And then lastly, it's a very good idea to position size any new positions based upon the current volatility. And how I do that is I take my maximum allowed loss, which is usually somewhere between a rough good rule of thumb is 1% of your total capital. So if you had $100,000, 1% would be $1,000. I would take that, divide that by the value of the 2 ATR, and that is how I can account for volatility. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. So I have some potential end of day candidates. I'm going to go through them near the close and try to find the very, very best one and try to whittle it down to just the very best one that has the best setup based upon the 3 criteria that I mentioned earlier. So if I find something, I'll go ahead and purchase it right near the close. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. Happy to answer. If you need any clarification, please let me know. If there's any stock symbols, if there are any stock symbols that you would like me to go over, take a look at, give you my opinion on, just put them in the chat, put an asterisk or emoji by it so I know that it's time sensitive, and I will do my best to get to it before the close. And then lastly, if you have any new positions today, any new additions or subtractions that you would like me to update, please wait till the end of the podcast before you tell me about them. That way I'm done trading and teaching, markets closed, pressure's off, all that good stuff. And then we'll spend as much time as we need to get those all taken care of. Okay. So I'm going to run the US legal disclaimer and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look and see who is here. Lova is here. Good to see you, Lova. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Dan is here. Hi, Greg and the Gossets. Hey, how you doing, Dan? Good to see you. Johnson says hello. Happy Friday. Hello, Johnson. Evan says good afternoon. Happy Friday. Thank you, Evan. Good afternoon to you. Quad has happy financial success Friday, Greg and group. Hey, hey. So this is our day. This is the happy financial success day. Awesome. Thanks, Quad. Good seeing you. Johnson says PLTR up 22%. Is it really? Let's take a little look-see. PLTR. And David has it. Woohoo! Way to go, David. Very good. Bob is here. Hello, everyone. Hi, Bob. Jatton says hello. Good afternoon. Sir, hello. Jatson, good afternoon, says PLTR exited in a hurry. Too bad. Yeah, it's a little chasey now. Oh, I'm so glad for David. Fantastic. Hey, there's David right there. Hey, Greg and group. Good to see you, bud. Karen is here. Hi, Karen. Happy Friday. I'm happy to announce that today is the best trading day of my life. Account is up 7%. Well, let's all give a hand to Karen. I'm proud of you, Karen. That's a great feeling, isn't it? Very proud of you. Maybe you can tell us what it was about. Oh, I see down below that you did. Woohoo! Jason Ives, how you doing? Hey there. Hello, Jason. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming. Frank says, hello, Greg and group. Hi, Frank. Nice to see you, kind sir. Lova says, UAL, not a buy, but a question about the chart. There seems to be resistance at 41.50 over the past month. I can't find any reason why. Do you notice something I'm overlooking? Let's take a look. There seems to be resistance at 41.50. Do you mean support? Because that's about where the support level is. Lova. And a bullish divergence as well. Here's a low, rally, low, deep red to green to shallow red. Let me see if we've really got back to there. Not quite. Be better if we could test that and go up, but I think you meant resist to support, right? Karen says, I bought JMIA yesterday at the close. I'm up 23%, and I did buy PLTR today at 27.39. I'm up 17%. Oh, fantastic. Let's look at this JMIA. at yesterday's close. Oh my gosh, it's up 23%. That's fantastic. Karen, make sure you remind me at the end so I can get these all up on the board, okay? But congratulations. Fantastic. So glad to hear it. Kamal says, hey, Greg and all. Hey, Kamal, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Lovis says, sorry, yes, support. A lot of times, Leva, previous lows will hold support. At least testing, and this is a double bottom with the bullish divergence. So really can't explain to you why, but we are very close to a double bottom with the bullish divergence, in which case I would be looking for a long signal if that low can hold and I get a trigger like a V1, V2, something like that. Morgs is here. Hey buddy, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a good evening in South Africa. All right, well, let's get to it. Coca-Cola is the first one on the board. I think I'm the only one in Coca-Cola. Yes, I did buy back on the 19th with a bounce near the 200-day moving average and an under 30, over 30. I bought it here at 48.52. Last couple days has moved up from my entry. Excuse me. I'm up about 11 cents on the trade. It was up higher. But my stop is a close below the 200. So very, very, very slightly up on the trade, but a little bit down today. Pfizer. All right. So I know there's a few of us in Pfizer. Yas, Johnson, Frank has a half position, Johan, Gary, and myself. Oops. Did buy Pfizer yesterday with the bounce off the 200-day moving average, the false breakout from this low here, the close back above the -1 ATR channel. I think Johnson's in this at 36.75, and I'm in at 36.74. So no. I'm in at 36.55. I hit a profit target today at 36.74, and Johnson is in at 36.75. Okay, so Johnson's just 5 cents down on the trade. I think the rest of us that took it yesterday, Yas, Frank, Johan, and Gary, and myself, up 0.6% today. Not too shabby for a down day, you know what I mean, on the Dow, and I like the formation here even better today than I did yesterday, because now we have a really nice V2. So up on the day, one profit target, excuse me, and looking good so far. SPY. All right, so I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take that overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning. Last few days have been good. Got kind of clobbered on this trade. I bought it at 384.24 yesterday at the close, and it opened today at 382.24, and of course just bounced. So I took a loss from 384.24 to 382.24. Hey, $2 exactly. Excuse me. Still a little under the weather today, everyone, so bear with me. I am feeling better, but not 100%. And I can tell by the way I'm speaking, so hope you can bear with me. I will buy this again today at the close, as always. I'll hold it over the weekend, and I'll sell it Monday morning. Verizon. All right, so I took a half a position. Quad, Gary, Yas. We bought this back on January 20th at 57.73. Nice V1 rejection of the 200-day. It rejected it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Rejected it again today. It was down pretty ugly earlier this morning. It wasn't looking so good, but nice bar here makes me feel a lot better about the trade. It's up about 0.5%, and I did hit one profit target here today at 57.58. USO. This has been a long-term trade for me. I did buy USO down here at 30.97, down 1.45% today, but still up over 12% on the trade. I took this on the monthly chart. The way I trade, you can do it on any time frame. But monthly charts are going to take you a while. I've been in this trade 2 months. Under 30 RSI, over 30 RSI, under the negative third ATR channel, over, and a V2. And again, I bought it at 30.97. It's 35.24. No profit targets yet, but nicely up on the trade. Alibaba, Johnson bought Alibaba. I think, is that the only one left? Yeah. Okay. So Johnson bought Alibaba at 235.20. Just this had a beautiful trade on this so far. Looks like Johnson is up 9.38%. I did sell puts on this expiring June 18th, $130 puts. I actually covered those today. I made 50% of the money that I could make, the maximum amount I could make, but I made 50% of that, but it happened in, just over a week. So I would be waiting 5 months just to make that other half that I already made in just over a week. So that was such a rapid rise when I took that trade that I decided to just go ahead, cover the puts, and find a put that has a little bit more meat on the bone. But that's, to make 50% of your premium in just over a week is big time on a 6-month contract. And then Facebook, Johnson. Yes, Tim, Pat Jatton, and myself, we did buy Facebook. Steve did as well. Back here at 251.61. Really good confluence of indicators. Under the 200, over the 200, under the negative third, over the negative third, under the 30, over the 30. This is what I call a AAA rated trade, and it worked as advertised. I got out yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I got out yesterday. Because we came in here to the resistance, and I had puts. Same thing. I sold puts 618.21. I also got 50%, real close to 50% of my premium. So I decided just to go ahead, lock that in today. So I am now flat in Facebook. But congratulations, Johnson, Yas, Timothy, Pat, and Jatton, and up again today. I did have 2 trades on Facebook today. One winners, one losers. Here was the first trade on the 5-minute. I waited for a pullback into the value zone. I got it. Had a nice little V1 here after a lot of sideways motion. I got in at 276.30. Next bar went roaring up for me. If I ever get a roar up bar, I guess that's my new technical name, roar up bar. I always sell half in my day trade, so I sold half at 277.12 for a nice 5-minute profit. But then we came back down immediately, and as soon as it got back to my break-even point, I exited the trade. I didn't want to let that nice winning trade turn into a losing trade on the second half that I had. So nice trade from here to here, sold half, got back out break-even, and as you know, I'm a very big fan of break-even traders. I feel like if you could take a break-even trade, that you have a lot of maturity in your trading. So that was trade number 1, positive. And then negative trade comes here. I like this setup. We were in the value zone. We came back up. We washed out the low. We had a V2. I didn't wait till the end of the bar, thankfully. I bought it here when it triggered at 275.98. My stop was a close below halfway of the washout bar here. I liked how it lined up with the 50. That's essentially why I took it. And then the next bar, boom, all the way back down. So I got in at 275.98, out at 275.40. So 58-cent loss on that one. So 1 winner, 1 loser. Nothing to write home about today. I've had a really good run of day trades lately, but I guess today, just with how I'm feeling and all that kind of stuff, I didn't want to get in there and compete with it. So that is that. Okay. Johan says, hi everyone, late to the party. Hey buddy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. David says, SPRT V2 and waiting for a close above 7 at 30 RSI. SPRT. Well, with a name like support.com, how could you not buy that? Am I looking at the right one? SPRT, support.com. Am I looking at the wrong symbol? SPRT. I don't see anything even close to the 30 RSI, Dave. Steve, buddy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you as always for coming and joining us in the podcast today. Always nice to have you here. Always an honor and a privilege, really. So thank you. And also thank you so much for including me on your Twitter list today. I always appreciate that as well, Steve. I really do. Steve says, U has a 520 EMA. I put U on here on my main watch list. Let me write this down because this does back test well, I believe, according to Steve, right? Let me just do some quick math. All right, and I'm going to add you over here as well so we don't miss out on that. Yeah, it certainly does. Nice, strong bar. Not a lot of data to look at, but yeah, it's up pretty strong today. That looks pretty good, Steve. Thank you. Okay. SRPT. SRPT. I'm a little dyslexic, so these symbols that all sound kind of alike are confusing to me. Yeah. Not quite over the 30 yet. It'd be nice if we could have a V2 and close over that 5-day. This kind of move really concerns me though, David. This big move down like this, that makes me kind of shy away. Anything in the recent past that has had something like this makes me shy away from a trade. Bob says, before you congratulate me on AMC, I got out at the open. Oh. All right. Oh boy. Hey, that was still a great trade. My gosh, that was still a great trade, Bob. It looks like 28%. That's got to kind of hurt though. Sorry about that, bud. But you had a fantastic trade, and I think everybody should give Bob a hand because that was a monster trade. Monster of monsters, and I mean monster in a good way. Johan says, you is another one that had a monster run from Steve's 520 setup IPO, 20 EMA IPO setup. Yep, I've got it here on the, I've got it here on our potential list, so we'll be taking a look at that for sure. All right, speaking of trades, let's go. Jatin is in Apple at 123. It's now 139.14, up 1.66%. Frank is in from 111, and oh yeah, Jatin's in from 123. I have another line up here. I'm not sure why. Maybe that was Jatin. I'm not sure. Anyway, everybody's in the money. That's what's important. Apple is at a 65.84 RSI, getting close to that 70, getting close to this previous high, getting close to the third ATR channel. Just something to consider. More times than not, you know, stocks will get stuck at that level, go sideways or go down, but sometimes they go up, but less than they do the other way. VIX is up today, Quad, Pat, and Gary bought VIX here at 1667. Next day had a huge move up. All three of them sold half, which is good. Second half is now underwater on the trade, but between the two of them, it's probably close to even. I don't know the numbers exactly, but again, this is why I like to take profits whenever I get a big, strong, what did I call it? Big bar. So anyway, let me know if there's any changes there. DKNG, Kamal did buy DKNG intraday yesterday at 54. It's 52.91. It is down 1.19%. So down on the day, down on the trade. SOLY, Ramble bought SOLY at $9. It is up 5.42% just today. Wow, that's fantastic. Up 11.66% on this trade. Unreal. Twitter. All right. Yas and Johan bought the false breakout to the downside of the V1 on Twitter at 45.90. It's currently 48.04, up 1.95%. And let's take a little look-see, up 4.51% on the trade. Excellent, gentlemen. CRM. Kamal and Frank bought CRM way back here at 216.80. It's 226.36, up 1.89% just today. And on the trade, 4.16. So way to go, Kamal and Frank. HYLN, Bob bought HYLN at 1577. It's 1732, up a little down on the day, but nicely up on the trade. AMD's been kind of all over the place. Yas bought AMD at 89.11 yesterday. It is up 1.44% today. Big reversal bar, but still up on the day. So very nice. Yas. Netflix. Jatson bought Netflix at 574. It's currently 568.65. It's down 1.93% today, and Jatson is slightly down on this trade now. Tesla. Jatson bought Tesla at 639.90. It's currently 844.53, down just a little bit today, but well off its lows and nicely up on the trade. Fastly, Johnson and Johan bought at 86.80. It's currently 102.80, down just a little bit today, but huge trade for both Johnson and Johan. The Qs, this is Frank. Frank bought the Qs at 284.60. It's currently 326.20, down just a little bit today, but off of its lows and nicely up on the trade. Cody. Well, Kamal bought Cody yesterday at $6.91. It's down 8.71% today, but like the champion that he is, Kamal got out when it hit his stop loss, and his stop loss was at 670. So, you know, he lost 21 cents on the trade, but look what his stop loss saved him from the rest of this move down. So congratulations, Kamal. Good trade, buddy. That one didn't work out, but you followed your plan, which is the most important. Net. Johan bought Net at 81.30. It's 83.41, up 0.47% today and up on the trade. Google. I think these expire today. Oh no, one more week for Gary. He sold the Google 1640, 1630 January 29th spreads. As long as the price stays above 1640 by next week, Gary keeps all the money. He has about just under $300 in protection. So that one is looking good, and I'm sure he is nicely in the money on this. Teladoc, Frank, my gosh. Frank bought Teladoc at 182. It's 262. It's up about 80 points if my math is right. Yep, up 30.76%. Fantastic. Lilly just keeps going up. Return to value V2 bought here at 166.14. Look at this beautiful trade, everybody. Gary's out of 3/4. I think Yas still has his. This, everyone, up 19.32%. Fantastic. ITB is up again. Jatson bought ITB at 58.10. He sold half yesterday at the close, kept another half, and it's up some more. So fantastic trade there. NIO keeps going up. Frank is in at 46.16. Gary has calls at 58.50, expiring $163 per contract. And Gary is also in from 58. Oh, Gary has calls 58, expiring Friday. That's today. So Gary should be in the money on all of these. What a trade. Higher low V2 at the entry. That was the signal. Oops. Up 25.62%. These are just unreal trades. I am just so amazed and glad. Johan and Johnson Johan has a position. Johnson has a half position in Zoom, 356.90. It's currently 382.91. So both up nicely on the trade. FVRR, Jatson bought at 230. He sold 3/4 of this position, I think, on strength and maybe a little weakness. So he is nicely up on the trade. INAQ, Frank bought INAQ at 15.90. It's 16.43, down a little bit today, but up on the trade. UGL, Steve bought UGL on the gap and go based on GLD. He bought it at 65.52. Is down today 1.47% and a little down on the trade as well. ALGN. Jatson 441, sold half 521.90, sold half 550, down today, but of course he is nicely up on the trade. DDOG, this is Frank, bought a half a position at 104.13. It's 105.34, up 1.94% today and up on the trade. Philip Morris, Quad bought Philip Morris at 81.83. It's currently 81.03, so he's down 80 cents on the trade, and it is down today. Shopify, Kamal bought Shopify at 11.60. It's currently 11.90.6, down 55 cents today, but still nice up on trade. And last but not least, PLTR, David bought PLTR at 24.06. It's 32.36. This is up so far on the trade. We all ready for this? 25.86% in 2 weeks. I would say that's pretty. I would say that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good, if I say so myself. Hey, listen, everybody, give me 30 seconds or so. Let me just go blow my nose and get a drink. I apologize. Sorry for the delay. Okay, sorry about that. I did do that before the podcast, but I have to do it again. Excuse me. All right. Frank has a poem. Oh, this is a two-parter. You know, on two-parters, Frank, sometimes I can't post them in Twitter because of the character, which is fine. I can just post it twice. Part one, a penny saved is a penny earned. That's a lesson we've all learned. That's true. But money in the market is traded and churned as traders follow rules so as not to get burned. That's so true. Penny saved is a penny earned. So, you know, if you don't take a trade, but you don't take any don't take another trade and you don't make any money that day, but the trade that you didn't take went down, it's like you made money, right? So part two, for risk is the one thing a trader must spurn. Okay. A penny saved is a penny earned. That's a lesson we've all learned, but money in the market is traded and churned as traders follow rules so as not to get burned. For risk is the one thing a trader must spurn. It's 100%. We all have to look at risk. That's our main thing. Johan says, fantastic, David. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that. Hank Aaron would be proud of the home runs in this group. I agree. Dan says, great trivia, everyone. Smash the like button. Oh, thank you, Dan. Was anyone in GME madness? GME madness. Wow. Beautiful. Whoa. It gets even better. Up 41% today. What is going on? Holy hamburgers. Wowzers. I am just blown away by all of this. I really, really am blown away by this. Okay. So listen, before we go on and look for our end of day trade, of course, you know, I like to spend a few minutes every day, get away from the charts for a minute and talk about what's really important. And those are good trading words of wisdom and talking about trading psychology. You know, trading psychology, being disciplined, following your rules is the most important skill you'll ever learn in trading. So that's why I like to talk about this. This is from our good friend, all of our good friend, Stephen Burns, at S. Joseph Burns over on Twitter. Let's see what Steve has to say. More traders would be profitable if they, one, focus on the larger trend, right? Go with the trend. The trend's your friend. Develop an edge. You have to have an edge. You know, the setups that I use, the crossovers, other things over time do have an edge. Trade signals, not their emotions. This is a huge one. This is a big one. Trade your signals, not your emotions. You're going to have emotions. That's fine to have emotions. You just don't want to act on them because it can get you in trouble. Think about how many things in life you would get in trouble for if you actually acted on your emotions. And true with trading as well. Use proper position sizing. Of course, this, you know, I'm a big proponent of proper position sizing. Position size based upon the volatility. If you usually trade 100 shares, but volatility is increased by 3 times, you're essentially trading 300 shares, even though you still think you're trading the first 100. Trade their system with discipline. This is a huge part. We have to trade our system with discipline. If you're not a disciplined trader, you are not going to make money. Trade consistently. Yeah, just nice and smooth and consistent, slow and steady as she goes. Just trade consistently. Ignore opinions and predictions. Boy, this is a big one. Everybody has a prediction. Everyone has an opinion. And I can tell you what, most people that you speak to don't know as much as you do about trading and technicals. They go off of what they read on CNBC or they hear from, you know, some interview program. You know, be a price-based trader and don't listen to opinions and predictions. You can listen to them, you can have them yourself, but just don't act on them and trade like a business. Trading is a business. We have to treat it like a business. We have expenses, which are our losses. We have gains, which are sales. And, you know, we want to keep expenses low, so we want to keep losses low. So thank you, Steve Burns. Steve's at S. Joseph Burns. Also, he has a great website, newtraderu.com. He has great content there. He has great e-courses, all sorts of good stuff. I've taken all those courses myself, and they're affordable, and they're really, really good. And Steve is also a well-known author. You can find any of his books over on Amazon. I've read them all many, many times, and I can't say enough good things about the content and books and courses that Steve puts out. And again, he's over at S. Joseph Burns on Twitter. Thanks, Steve. Excuse me, everybody. Okay. How much time do we have? We have about 20 minutes. Jackson says AAPL is roaring. Yes, it is. It definitely is. I had that. I got out of that yesterday. I thought actually was happy with it. But remember, we do have earnings coming out on the 26th, which is next Tuesday. So let's keep that in mind as well. Michael Edward just waltzed in. Sweet. Glad you came, Michael. Hope you're doing well. Dan says, I fired CNBC Money Magazine after reading Nicholas Darvis. Yeah. I mean, you know, the way that I look at financial magazines and CNBC and all this kind of stuff, I literally just look at them as propaganda machines to, have the little person sell all their stuff at the lows and buy all their stuff at the highs. I mean, if you turn on CNBC right now, I am sure it's rah, 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 rah. But back when there were good buys, back in February and March, oh no. Images of spiders, black widows, death, right? Well, let's look back in time. Would that have been the place to buy? Yep, probably would have. And I think when you look back in time now, you'll look at this time as the place to sell. Just my opinion, not acting on the opinion like I just mentioned in Steve's post, but feel pretty confident about that in the long term. I don't know how long it will be, but in my opinion, this is quite a bubble. This is quite a mania. And there's just a lot of momentum going on. But when everybody bails, I think you'll see the market go down. Jackson says, everything happens in price first just to be presented on CNBC to sell their stock. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I am saying. Excuse me. All right. Whew, I am struggling here. Figuring out what buttons to push and all this kind of stuff. Okay, let's look at some potential end-of-day candidates. Here's Checkpoint Software. I do kind of like this. It is a higher low. It's not a V1, but let me explain here. Yesterday we had a V1 to the downside. That's why we painted this green triangle. Here was the high. Yesterday we went above the high, closed back down below it. So we had a V1 to the downside and we went under 50 RSI, which is very bearish. However, today we rocketed right back up the other way. Whenever you get a bearish bar that's immediately followed by a bullish bar, I consider that bullish. So this is a fake out bar that triggered to the upside. We went under 50, over 50. We rejected the -1 ATR channel and we moved above all the moving averages, the 5, 20, the 10 and the -1 ATR channel. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly is back in the value zone, did reject the 1 ATR channel above, but I do see the big bar we have up here. See how we've come back down and we've held 50% of this bar. So we've held the 50% level as well, right about there. That's what I like about it. So I am definitely considering, and we went red green on the bars, I am definitely considering buying CHKP today at the close. Bitcoin, real quick, we talked about Bitcoin finally coming into some kind of zone where I'd be interested in buying it. And that's where it bounced. It bounced right here in the value zone, and it has a V1. It doesn't have sideways motion though, and that's what's concerning to me. But regardless, a buy in the value zone with the V1 here is a whole lot better than chasing up here. But I'm not buying Bitcoin. I'm not in Bitcoin, but just a good example of that. GLD. So we have a close above. We were underneath the 200 earlier in the day. We closed above now. I like this better than this one here because it's a higher low close. See, if we take this low, here's the low. It was a lower low. We rallied. Now we've made a higher low. Higher lows are always better because the people that buy here, sell here. That usually brings it back down. But if you can get a new group of buyers to buy at a higher low. So I do like this trade actually above the 200-day moving average. So that one is also a possibility for me. Unity Software is the one that Steve mentioned to us. We have a 520 crossover plus a V2, 56 RSI. It's in the value zone. All looks pretty good. Weekly, there's not enough bars here for me to really look at my indicators, but that does backtest well with the 520 crossover, and it is up 5.2% today. All right, Bill.com. I don't really see anything here, and we've rallied into halfway of this big bar, so I don't like that. Palo Alto Networks into the value zone, but no setup. MSI returned to value zone, sideways motion, but not a clear, clean V1. Massey, big down bar, which concerns me. Nice sideways motion here, but will it hold or not? I don't know, but it's not something I would be interested in. UGL, this came up on the scanner probably because it rejected the 250 and back over the 250. I think I backtested the UGL though on etfreplay.com, and I don't think it backtested very well. But this of course looks exactly like gold. DDOG, Frank has DDOG in the money a little bit. I don't think I'd be buying this here for a new trade, but I'm glad it's up for Frank. GDX, rejection of the 250-day moving average. GDX is the gold miners, everyone. I did backtest that, and that does not backtest well either. But it does give a good risk to reward ratio. But on the plus side there, we did have a test of this bottom and a close back above, which is good. But I think I'm going to pass on that. MKC, McCormick and Company, nice big strong close above the 200-day moving average. 50 RSI right above it, or 50-day moving average right above it. I think I'm going to pass on that also. Caterpillar peaked its head into the value zone of V1. That's too high for me to buy above the green line there. UNP, Union Pacific, V1, but it's a V1 up against a huge down bar yesterday. A rally with not as much volume here today. I don't think I'd be interested in UNP. Square having a good day, but no clear signal on Square. GoDaddy. GoDaddy has a 520 crossover. Looks like MACD crossed over. Right off the top of my head, though, I am not sure if the 520 crossover backtests well for GoDaddy. SO, don't see anything there. Walmart, nice up day today on a down day. Did reject the 50-day moving average, though, so nothing for Walmart on me. Nothing for me for Walmart. Evergy, EVRG, I don't see anything there either. RPM, that one's not bad. It's a serious V1. I actually like this. The problem is there's only 184,000 shares that have been traded. So for me, that is not enough for me to get interested in that. So let me take a quick look at current positions before I swing back around there. Coca-Cola is fine, slightly up on the trade. I'm keeping. Pfizer up on the trade, keeping. SPY had the overnight loss, buying that again at the close. Verizon up nice today. It is up nice today, up 0.65%. Alibaba I am out of with my puts. And Facebook up $2 today as well. And everybody's doing well in that trade there. So as far as the positions that I have right now, this all looks good. I don't think I need any other changes to them. Checkpoint. V1 to the downside yesterday. They immediately reversed back up above all the moving averages, under 50, over 50. I do kind of like that. Gold, I think I'm just going to wait for a 520 moving average crossover just so it's black and white kind of clean trade and maybe stay out of some of the chop here. But I do like the higher low close above the 200 certainly. and then Unity Software. This has the 520 cross. So I would say the two best ones, in my opinion, for today are Checkpoint Software and Unity, the recent IPO here. It's up 4.83% today. It's a bit of a chase for me. I think I'm going to go with CHKP today. Is going to be my pick today. CHKP. CHKP. So we'll put that right there. All right, so let me take care of a little business over here. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, so that's good there. Taken care of. I do have my order to buy SPY, right? Yes, I do. Okay. What do we have? 7 minutes? Okay, so Steve went long at 154.89 on the 520-day EMA crossover. Good luck there, Steve. Steve says, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you, sir. You as well, Steve. And thanks again for everything that you do. PLTR. Yeah, I'm really glad David is in this from 2406. But no, I would not be buying this here. I mean, in this market, we could have another one of these Monday. We really could, but it just doesn't fit in the category and the parameters of my type of trading. And so I wouldn't, if somebody asked me, all I can say is I wouldn't buy this here. Maybe you have a different methodology, but this, the risk to reward ratio at this point is not good for me. And that's most important. One of the most important things in my trading is having a good risk to reward ratio. But thanks for coming, Sky 1187. CHKP does have a 4-cent spread, so not too bad. So that is what I'm going with today is CHKP. Looks like Tesla's making a new high on the day. That's great. We have about 4 minutes. Okay. So let me go back here then and key in CHKP. And I'm just going to get a few more minutes before I jump on in there. About 3 minutes to go. Checkpoint software still looking good. Two minutes to go. All right. I went ahead and bought Checkpoint software there. Oh, Coke's making a new low on the day. Am I going to have to do something? No, I don't think so. That's a bummer. All right, about 20 seconds. Tesla's making a new high on the day. SOLY is making a new high on the day. That is fantastic. All right, that is it for today's action. Let's see where I got filled here. SPY. Overnight SPY trade 382.88 and check CHKP checkpoint software. I got filled at 129.48. Okay. So loss today on the overnight SPY trade, and I got filled at 382.88. 382.88 for the new overnight SPY trade, and then checkpoint software I got filled at 129.48. All right. We'll see how those will do. That's a bummer that Coke sold off there at the end of the day. So if you have any new entries or exits for me today, this is the time. Go ahead, put them in the live stream, and I will do my best. I will get to them, and we'll spend as much time as we need to get them all updated correctly. But before we do that, just to remind everybody, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I really like to teach. I think I have a really good course. It's 15 hours, 5 sessions, 3 hours each. I teach you everything I've learned in my 25 years experience of trading the markets. I know you're going to be a better trader if you take the course. So if you're interested, you can send me a message on Twitter at Gossett Trading. You can also send me an email to my email address, which is in the description of this video. And if you do reach out, I will reply and say, thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is free. All I want to do is talk to you a little bit, understand you and your trading, your challenges and your goals. And then it's a really good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And when we're done with the call, then you can think about it. And if you decide you want to schedule it, you can just get back with me and we'll schedule it. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does help the channel immensely, helps it to grow, helps keep it around. And so if you did find something of value today or something of value this week, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button before you click on out of here and get on with your weekend. So let's go back up and see Steve. So Steve bought just you. Okay. So we'll go over here. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm fading, everybody. I'm fading. All right. So Steve bought you at 154.89. Okay. So we'll put in here Steve 520 EMA cross. Okay. Good luck on that, Steve. PLTR for Sky, we looked at that. I think it will continue like GME till next week. I hope so. Sky says, I hope so. Thank you, sir. My call options don't expire. Oh, he has call-on options. Fantastic. Fantastic. February 5th. I hope that keeps going up for you, buddy. Hey, John, what's going on? Good to see you. John says, I think the biggest game in town is short squeezes. GME, PLTR, BBBY, DDS, etc. Yeah, there's, short squeezing is a lot of what has to do with the move up. Also, Jackson says Apple and Netflix highly weekly closes. Where did Apple close? Up $2.20, so off of its high, but that's great. Sky says, wow, CCIV is up 23%. Churchill Capital. Wow. It's unreal. Some of these moves are just unreal. Jackson said exited ALGN. Oh, you're out of ALGN. Where is ALGN? Oh, there it is. Oh, that makes sense. Very nice trade. Fantastic trade, Jatin. Proud of you. And Fiverr. That's also a good trade. You the only one in that? Yes. Okay. Very good. Sky says Tesla earnings next week. Yes, next week's a huge earnings week, everyone. Huge, huge, huge. I always caution everybody about holding through earnings. It's a great way to make money quickly, but it is also a quick way to lose money if you are wrong. Oh, Dave, I'm so glad to hear that you took half off here after a 25% move. Wow. That is great. So I'm going to put here. Took off 1/2. Taking off 1/2 is the best. If it keeps going up, you're glad you have 1/2. If it goes down, you're glad you sold 1/2. How can you beat that? Okay. CHKP. David. Hope we do well on that one, Dave. I do like the setup. Yas is out of Lily. Keely's snoring over there. Out of Facebook. What a trade, Yas, huh? Out of 2/3 on Twitter. Out of 2/3. Okay. Very nice. 1/2 AMD left. One half left. Quad says, hey Greg, I've been out of VIX for a bit now. It was basically break even. Okay. Good. Break even is allowed. Quad says no other changes though. Okay. All right. And Johnson is in U. Frank is at a dog. Where did our dog go? I know I have it here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. At 107. Okay, good. Nice. Good trading, Frank. Sky says, I got BB. All right, let's see what BB looks like. You know, when I type in BB, Sky, I don't get anything. Can you double check that? Because on my charts, I typed B as in boy, B as in boy in, and I don't, it's not allowed. Karen, oh yeah, the big one. JMIA. I think Karen wins the Big Trade of the Day award. Yes. Congratulations, Karen. Very proud of you. Really am thrilled to see this happening for you and making a high in your account like that. Just fantastic. Let's all give Karen a hand, can we? PLTR. Okay. Okay, we've got someone else in there. So I'm just going to put here Karen 2739. Beautiful. Johan is in U. And he is also in Checkpoint Software. Okay, Tesla can burst. Look at a volume contraction on the daily. Yeah, sure can. There's a lot of contraction. But, of course, it could also go down on increased volume, right? Just to keep it fair. I should have sold JMIA. I'm so mad. It's BB, it's BlackBerry. Yeah, I type in BB and I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't come up on my charts. Not every single symbol comes up on my chart. Sorry, Sky. Karen Picker, awesome. I agree. Jatin says, thanks for giving us time every week, providing valuable insight. Have a great and chilled weekend. God bless you. Thank you, Jatin. God bless you too. I appreciate that. It's always nice for you to say. Jatin is a super person, super great person. All right. Well, kind of a mixed day for me, actually. I'll tell you what, I've had a great month. It's been one of my best months ever. I'm really glad to say that. I've had some really good swing trades. I've had some really good day trades. Today, not so much, and today was mixed. For me, with Coca-Cola being down, Pfizer at least was up. At least I hit a profit target there, and Verizon up a little bit and profit target there as well. So nothing to write home about today, but that's fine. Let's see, did VIX rally into the end of the day? Yeah, I would say. Wow. Look at that. Okay. All right. Well, I have to teach tonight. So as soon as we're done with the podcast, I'm going to go to bed, take a nap so that I'm good and fresh for tonight. So please remember 2 things every day. Just all I ask, try to go out and do something nice for another human being today. Just a smile, a wave, just be polite or pleasant at the very least. And if you can, please go out and try to do something nice for an animal today. If you run across an animal, I don't mean literally, but I mean if you come across an animal, they appreciate acts of kindness as well. So if we could all do something for a human every day, something for an animal every day, it would make this world a whole lot better place. Johnson says, general question, Greg, when you trade 5-minute bar intraday, is your position size still 2 ATR? Yes, it is. Like, just for example, if I was trading VIX on the daily and my maximum allowed loss was $1,000, Johnson, I would take 1,000 divided by $1.66 because that's the reading on the daily. However, if I was trading on the 5-minute, I would take the 1,000 and I would divide it by 10 cents, right? So whether I'm trading the 5-minute or the daily or the weekly or the monthly, I always take that $1,000 maximum loss and I divide it by the value of the 2 ATR on that particular time frame. And that accounts for it all. It counts for all the last 20 bars and how big they moved. Quad says, thumbs up as always. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Thank you, Quad. Appreciate that. Hope that answered your question, Johnson. Sky says, BlackBerry +8 today, +2% after hours. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have BlackBerry. Let me check over and see if I can do it this way. Here it is. Yeah, it's up 2% after hours. Yeah, BB. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have it on my charts, so we can't look at the chart. You've been really cool. Thanks for being live. You're welcome, Sky. Appreciate it. Hope you keep seeing you coming back. So, all right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Be good. Study some charts. Do something fun. Do something for someone else, right? And hopefully I will see you during the last hour of the market this coming Monday. All right. So thanks again for coming, everyone, and hope to talk to you all soon. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.